This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh, God. Here again. Okay, right.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Right. Left door, up to the boss's office, straight on with it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I just want it to be over now. Right, okay, so, meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here
Straight
either.
for the meeting room.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to
There's something
finish
about this broom
whatever
cupboard.
it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I will, thank you. There's got to be something in this room. There has to be. No, come on, let's get on. Let's leave it. We're gonna go up.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Right. What's that? What? Because the boss knows that... Hang on. Ugh. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, if the boss suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Extreme bathrooms in Time magazine. Flush toilet? No. Weird. Okay. What's this door do? What's the panda with a gun to its head? Business strategy. Let's take a lift. Let's see where that'll take us. Or can I press down? I'll press down. I said to myself that I would do exactly as it told me, and I'm ignoring it again. Some funky lift music. I can hear the voice. It's part of the music. Does this lift go anywhere? Am I just going to be in the lift for the foreseeable future? Oh, come on. I can hear the narrator humming. Okay, so it doesn't actually go anywhere then. Right. Into the boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number.
Right, we should try a different number.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845. 2845.
Okay, right.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Back into lift then, isn't it? Okay, so where did we go from here last time? This was down to the mind control room. Okay, well this had the escape passage on it, didn't it? So let's do that.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, you know what? I'm going to press the power on. When we get there. If we get there. Right, so lights on.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place
God,
hold?
could I fall through
Stanley
that?
thought to
I
himself.
don't know. Right.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay, then monitors on and then out the top.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee.
Okay, no, I
in the
can't fall
building,
through it.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Right, is
And
anything
Stanley,
different? Okay,
one
so
of
that's
them,
where we came in the top.
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had
Where's
been
01?
manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
It certainly seems that way. Right.
But here was the proof. The heart of the
Power
operation.
facility.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past
Okay, so I've tried
began to
off.
sink
Let's
in,
turn it on.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yes, I
After they
did.
kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Okay.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the
God.
entire complex.
Right.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
Where's 4? Where's 4? Where's 4? 4's up there.
What all this means, I barely know where to start.
Okay, let's try that. No.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's 6.
Before
1,
you're obliterated.
2.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
3.
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
5 over there.
The events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
5.
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better.
6.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Is there a blue 1?
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
Blue.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Blue.
Stanley.
Oh, God.
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along.
Shit.
It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
It still says 1 on that.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy.
Fucking
you wanted
hell.
to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
427. Oh, that's me, isn't it?
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
And here we are again. And I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. We'll return to this soon. And I'll see you next time. Ta-ra! Jesus.